about 2 months ago, because they were gonna force them to work online, so they left. Now they're back online.
Okay.
They were really good.
I guess
So
we'll.
no stress there.
Yeah. Well, fellas, that's why you're here, right? I hope you get something out of it, and I guess let me know if you decide to, or if you do or don't. So, those of you that haven't been through a course before, what is mindfulness, and what do you think mindfulness is? And I think we all have that idea of that Buddhist Indian style, like, it's not what it is, but what do you think it is?
It's being calm with your mind.
Is the answer up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's being calm with your mind.
Yep.
Okay, I'll buy that. Who else? Who else could give me another definition of what you think mindfulness is?
Being present.
Nailed it. Good. Perfect. Yeah, so I mean, you passed. Hey, congrats to you guys. Hey, I need an assistant coach up here. I pay $150 an hour. You interested? But you're both correct, right? It is that, and it's really paying attention on purpose, like to the present moment, which is what you just said. What both of you just said, being here in the now, which we're not. We're thinking about the next shift. We're thinking about the next move, the next thing with the family. As we're on shift, we're thinking about the next football practice, hockey practice. We're thinking about everything else besides right here, right now. And it's great doing the mindful hike, because when we get out there, which by the way, those of you that just came in, it's not really a hike, it's a nature walk, right? But it's gonna be a silent nature walk. And take advantage of this time and keep the phones off, please. And that includes off vibrate, right? Because that's still an alert. Take advantage of these 4 or 5 hours and just be present, okay? This is the time. You guys are already here. You're doing the right thing. So when we go out there, you're going to see how much it's going to benefit you. And when you leave the hike, you're going to feel great. You're going to feel relaxed. You're going to feel in tune. But we don't do that. Oh man, I thought he was texting somebody. I was like, that was awesome. That was pretty bold.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I was turning that thing off.
Awesome. Which good, because we need to do that more, right? We all need to do that more. Anyway, so that's what mindfulness is. It is being present in the here and the now. All right, the ability to be fully aware of what we are experiencing in the present moment. A lot of people think mindfulness is a religion or something like that. Some Buddhist. It does come from the Buddhist religion, obviously, but I mean, you don't see me sitting here, as a monk, Indian style, right? That's not what it is. Mindfulness, the way I practice mindfulness is every single morning, and I do it at night. I do the body scan at night to help me sleep, which I don't know if you guys that have been in my class remember the body scan, but it's huge. It's beneficial. But mindfulness itself, I do every single morning, right, with a cup of coffee on the couch, looking out my Palladium window in my backyard, which is nothing big, by the way, but it's just something that I'm present to here and the now. The house is quiet, except for my stupid dogs, right, the fat golden retriever and the other one, the pit bull. And I'm just looking out the backyard, sipping coffee, just being present before the chaos of the day starts, right? And when the 8-year-old wakes up, the 8-year-old hockey goalie wakes up, it's the end of the world, and oh my God, it's a mess. So I use that time to practice the mindfulness. And again, it's just breathing and just watching and being present, right? It's not closing my eyes, sitting Indian style and all that stuff, but you can make it what you want to be. It's all about doing something intentionally and being present. That's the whole purpose of this. And you can decide how you want to do that. And you can do that going for a walk. You can do that walking the dog. But what I want you to do is when you do anything, do it intentionally. You actually practice the here and the now, okay? These are the benefits of mindfulness, right? It helps with stress and anxiety. All of these things it does, and it decreases our insomnia and sleep quality, huge. Because what it does is it lowers your cortisol levels, and cortisol we do need it, but it spikes, and when it spikes throughout the day because of our lifestyles, and specifically our lifestyles here in New England, and in Massachusetts on top of that, in the Boston area on top of that, it spikes even more, right? And so that over time really takes a toll on your body, takes a toll on your aging, it takes a toll on your health, right? Mindfulness is proven to kind of reduce pain in arthritis, reduce pain in even cancer victims and all this stuff, because it helps you kind of, when you deal with pain and stuff like that, what people do is they either avoid pain. Last class, did we do the ice challenge last class or no? I thought we did.
You did the ice.
You did, okay, with your class, okay.
In Franklin.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
So with the ice challenge, what we do is you hold the ice, right, and which is not comfortable. And so some people, after we do the challenge, I go, well, what were you thinking? They're like, oh, I was thinking about something else, a concert. I was thinking about the football game. And what it turns out is actually if you mindful monitor, recognize I'm holding the ice. This is uncomfortable. It's more to subside quicker as opposed to distracting yourself. Because when you distract yourself, you always have to check back. All right, is it still hurting? Yes, it is. Okay, distract myself again. But if we were to just monitor the pain, it's going to subside a lot faster. And that translates, that's just an ice challenge. That's no big deal, but that translates into also trauma, right? And the stresses that we experience. We think we're going to drown the stress by maybe drinking a 30-pack tonight or whatever the hell it is, some bad techniques and bad habits. And that's not really the case, because the stress is still there and it will catch up to us. So mindfulness helps with that by recognizing the stress. And everything we're doing today, every question I ask you and every exercise that we do is all about building your interoceptive awareness, right? What's happening inside with your emotions, right? And not to get too technical, but with connecting the prefrontal cortex of your brain, the thinking part of your brain, with your emotional brain. Right? The emotional brain is that old shit factor. And the thinking part of the brain, we want that to take over a lot faster. And you can see how, I hope you can see how that could be beneficial in your real life, in your home life, but definitely here tactically in our jobs, right? Of how that could be beneficial. Which, as we know in our jobs, in a tactical situation, seconds matter. All right, so if we can have that thinking brain take over, right, then we're gonna react a lot, respond a lot healthier, instead of the initial reaction, which could be an excessive use of force or whatever the hell it may be. It gets us into trouble, adds more stress to our life. And that's why mindfulness is so awesome and so key to first responders. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
All right.